So this is going to be an overview video of my layout for December 2018, and there's been quite a bit of change in this year. Not dramatic changes, because most of what I've been doing has been little stuff, somewhat more complicated. But this is how it's looking as of now. In the main sense, nothing much has changed, I guess. It still has all the structures that we did last year, the grain elevators, the two main grain operations here, the crude oil loading platform, and two fuel facilities, one in the foreground, which is for fuel storage, and then in the back is in an area that I use as if it were for fueling locomotives. Then I also have areas for loading boxcars, including this area, which will also load containers. As you can see, there's a couple of containers here at the back, and then this boxcar is sitting at a site with a Quonset hut. There's a loading dock here. Actually, the space for that loading dock is being used by a hopper at the grain elevator, so it's really not available at this point in time. And then another loading dock here, which is in this moment, it's got a flatbed on it. And then two areas back here. This will eventually be a warehouse or a factory. I haven't figured out what yet. I haven't built that one yet. But for now, there's two loading docks that can be used for boxcars. And as you see here, it's called a gondola, loaded with wood. I don't believe there's any change in this area, which is sort of a platform by the train tracks, not necessarily where the component trains. That's actually a little area, another part of the layout. But here it's interesting because it has a number of little scenes here. We have a woman sitting pensively on a picnic table, and a man also pensively walking towards her, and this business guy walking very determinedly towards her. We can invent some kind of interesting story with that. Behind them we have the two, not really restaurants, but food stands, Vulcan Pizza, and for East Ontario fans, Beaver Tails. There's already some clients enjoying Beaver Tails there, and this guy is waiting for someone to pick up. But there's some kids in front of him, so he doesn't get exactly what he's wanting right now. In this strip we also have a hot dog stand, a hot dog wagon, again with some kids trying to get their lunch. This couple here is looking for some privacy. It's probably a little noisy because of the fact that the train runs right by their area for having a little tryst. And they're being observed by this stern-looking woman here. You can only imagine what her relationship is to either the young woman or the young man. This scene was somewhat rebuilt this year because of some problems, but it's now nicely working nicely with a couple of fans, rail fans, watching the trains go by, the Star Trek kind of a post box, and the trains go by again, and welcome to Spock Alberta sign at the entrance to the town. This scene is new this year. We've got a set of kids playing with kites, and I'm really pleased by how that turned out. The kites are nice and bright and colorful, and the kids are having a great time. There's one fixing it tight on the ground, and the rest are having a good time. And this scene remains from before. A couple are good. And this is the station, same as last year. One of my favorite spots. This is the river with the canoeists and the wheat field and the sunbathers on the beach. There's a couple of new figures in there. Male figures this year, so that can lower my level of accusation over being sexist with my bathing figures. And I've installed this cantaloupe patch. This guy, this is the back of the grain elevator. This guy obviously works at the back of the grain elevator, and he's taking advantage of this area here for cantaloupe. This is another new scene. This is a guy fishing in a Zodiac, another sunbather, and then here we have a new scene with a couple of tents that I built scratch, a guy sitting around a campfire, and an elk looking over his shoulder, trying to see what he might be having.
So here is the two big projects from this year. In the foreground you have the solar panel park, which includes a viewing platform for rail fans, another viewing platform for rail fans. And in the back you have the cemetery scene, which Anna Christina has wanted me to build for a long time. And you can see here a hearse, which I modified from another kit, and another couple hanging out on the hood of a car. Back here we have an older couple enjoying the fresh air, and this scene is a funeral which seems to have raised some emotions. The cemetery connects to another park scene which I haven't yet completed, and then comes around to that camping scene that I showed before. But the solar park, these are all scratch built, the solar panels, and the supports. And as you say here, here's the viewing platform for rail fans to watch the train as they go by. And what I haven't mentioned, and there's a big change this year, is the addition of this backdrop. This was a photo that I got on the internet as part of something I was subscribed to, and then we had it printed on vinyl, and it fills in the back scene. So there's now these mountains in the foreground, in the background there, so it really completes the scene. Not sure I actually showed this ever before, but this is part of a growing collection of other trains, toy trains, which Anna Christina buys for me when she sees them or when she comes across them. And these were some figures that don't fit on my railway; they're too big. But I thought they made an interesting story with this train. Here's another little train, kind of really small, cute train. This is part of the Thomas the Tank Engine collection. And these are kind of like some kind of strange mix between Thomas the Tank Engine and DC Comics. So there's Batman, and there's I can't remember, I guess that's Wonder Woman, Green Lantern. No idea what this is. She also found this wind-up trolley car somewhere. And the light's a little tough with this, but this was a streamliner that we found in a museum shop and it's actually a wind-up, so it would run. So I guess that's about it. We'll just do a couple of views from different angles so that you can get a complete panoramic of it. I suppose I should point out there's new lighting. I put in track lighting up here because it was pretty dark. And other than that, this is what the layout is looking like. Oh, one last thing I forgot to point out. This is in construction. This will be a town hall. And I haven't got it. It's got stuff inside it because it's got to go in before the walls go up. And I've scratch built the most of the windows, and then this will be brick faced. But it's a long, slow process, and we'll soon will probably not finish for another couple of months. Anyway, there you go. That's what the layout's looking like. Step back to get the long view. And that's about it.